It's an absolutely beautiful day here, and we've got the camper set up. This is the first MSX guided trip that we've done in the family camper, and it's been just an amazing experience. So much room. In fact, we had 12 people in it on the first night just to see how many people we could fit. I keep saying the space is crazy inside this, right? The aluminized fabric on top of the tent helps to kind of keep the tent cool when the sun comes out in the morning. If you want the sun to come in, you just open the skylight, and then it's just warm, it's welcoming. There's tons of natural light in here, which was fantastic. So we'll walk you around the outside and just kind of show you what it looks like. We've got a window on either side and then a big window on the front. I think Dan was even talking about maybe installing a bracket here so he could have a ladder so, you know, different people in the family can get out without actually having to open the compartment, the hatch on the inside. So, but the whole structure of the camper top itself is that double wall canvas that Alu-Cab is known for. There's a heater vent, air conditioner vent on either side. I don't think I'm ever gonna have to worry about that in this climate. The Dickinson heater has done really good to keep that total space warm. 2 of these supports on a full size, and we're getting one on here. So you just give a little tug down here, and then that pops out, right? So, and then you give 2 hands on here, clicks into place. It's a really nice feature. A lot of the campers that Alu-Cab has, their tents and things like that, have a shock cord to help kind of collect the fabric as you're closing it. That's down here right now. When I put the tent away, you'll actually see how it'll work, but it'll kind of collect the fabric and kind of mend itself in. So let's show you what the inside looks like. In definitely camping mode right now after our first guided trip of the year. But as you can see, it's just, there's tons of headroom in here. These 2 hatches work independently. In this mode right now, full hatch mode is what I'll call it. Both of these are up, and I've got total working living use out of this space, right? So with the goose ear cabinets, it's really nice as a step to step up or a seat to sit down on, a bench, something like that. I have just left this in this kind of full hatch mode, right? And I've slept over here on what you would consider a twin bed or a slightly larger twin bed. You could probably put 2 adults side by side here. Behind you is a whole nother platform here for your feet to hang over, for you to rest on. But we had 12 people in here. Can you believe that? 12 people. The skylight is open right now, but this will actually zip. The clear part is on the rainfly. The mesh is on the tent. And then there's another canvas zipper, but that canvas piece that zips is also aluminized, right? So that's what actually reflects the heat back so it doesn't heat up the camper. I'm up top right now. This is how I basically slept each night, right? This is the power station for the top of the tent. There's one on either side, the front or the back here. You've got USB-C, USB, fast charging output, ports here. You've got a 12 volt, and you've got a switch that'll actually control, you know, your lighting once everything's wired up. I can leave that switch on, I can charge, I can turn this light off. Everything's integrated through my RedArc Red Vision, so it's really nice when I'm up here and ready for bed and I want to turn something off, I can turn the whole system off from my phone. And I can also do it from this switch too. Lots of pockets, as you can see here, there's 6 pockets here, but when we show you the other side, there's 6 pockets over there too. This noise dampening type ceiling, mesh ceiling, is just a fantastic new feature for the ModCAP family. And just space, right? It's amazing. All right, so I'm back down here on the floor again. I want to show you how these hatches work. I'm just gonna go ahead and close this thing all the way down for now. Give you an idea of what we're looking at, right? So this is all the way down, right? But if I need to get up in there, or if I've got 3 people sleeping, I'm gonna need to leave one of these down. So the beauty of that is I can just open the single, right? That gives us even more access up here to the top, where you've got all of this room for all, you know, for people to sleep in pretty much any direction at this point, which is fantastic. So I'm gonna close this back down. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up full hatch again. Right, so really easy to do, got some options. We do have an LED light up top here as well. The whole process of taking the 2 sleep top off and putting the family camper on was not that involved. Definitely helps to have a forklift and a couple buddies, but just making sure all of your bolts are out of the tracks and allowing this thing to lift up is the biggest step, right? Because there's a lot of bolts. I think there's like 52 of them on the mid-size camper. So the tedious process was running the wiring harness here in the family camper, but I was able to do that from home on my own, right? No problem. And you can see here, they use the track to route some of the wiring harness here. And it just kind of pushes into place there and won't pop out. But all that comes out over here at the top of my GP Factor power board, and then drops into place here, and that's how I can manage all my power. So that's the Alu-Cab ModCAP Family Camper. I didn't know what to think when I got this thing. I just knew it was going to be big, and I'm totally pleased with the product, especially after this first trip. I've got everything pretty dialed in so I can close this thing up pretty quick and stay on track with all the rest of the campers and be ready to go when it's time to go. But we're going to love this thing even more the more we use it.